Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventure Capitalism. It's me, Emily, and I'm standing on top of, the weird mountain thing that I talked about destroying last time, and we're gonna get right to it and start dismantling parts of it. So, ready, set, go! Okay, but maybe we should look at this from the top here. That's really nice. I kinda like it. Oh no. I don't have any boats on me, dang it! Well, so much for starting that immediately. Why, hello, I'm so glad you've come back. I've missed you. Yes, do you have anything to trade? Oh! Hmm. That could be nice. I might buy that, but later. Now we tackle this. Ready? Oh, and before we actually begin, you might remember the deaths of more of our comrades happened last episode. If you didn't see last episode, go look at it. They must be remembered. And I did talk about putting some more graves up today, and we will get to that. You can see them over there on the hill behind me. But I think we're gonna revamp the graveyard too, so we're gonna get some of the bigger terraforming out of the way first. Between here and there. So, without further ado, now we will begin. They're gone! Dang it! We are getting somewhere for sure. I like being able to see that. That's really nice. It really, draws the eye rather than functions as a big block of wall. Very nice, very nice. Let's see how it looks from up here. Okay, definitely looks weirdly blocky still. And I want to kind of fix this slope so it's a little more even, I think. Unless they built some structures up here. That could be fun. I don't know what they would be or what they would be for. I don't know. I think I want to get rid of this moss too and add in more of the mossy cobblestone just to... I don't know. The big blocks of green make more sense like kind of up here. Not so much like this chunk. This will all have to be textured. A visitor. Oh, I need some food. And to put my bed down. No. He killed my llama! This is death. Cats? I can't afford to lose you. Yeah, you better take that. We're your friends. There were more of you. Again. It's not worth it. Well, I have to get more tough. There are more graves to be made. Are they all gone? Are they all gone? Yep, so everybody's gone. Except Frederick and Delilah. Whoever's left is outside. I'm gonna pull you guys to the front of this, I think. Hello, why don't you come this way? Oh, don't mind me. Okay. There and there. And now we can start to actually get rid of this hill for our graveyard. You know, it'd be really cool if we could find some pale moss. But for now, we're just gonna have to stick with the normal stuff. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull this down, and then we will get to the memorializing. And bam! We're done with that. Except I've been having trouble trying to figure out what to do with these guys, and then I realized that this problem is completely fixed by having leads. So... and I have a lot of those. So we can go ahead and fix that. Real easy. Come along. Don't you try to escape. We're going this way. Thank you. And now we can get rid of this. And I've already dropped a few extra gravestones back here, but I need more tough. So we'll be back with that momentarily. Oh my. They're perfect. This is perfect. I would have it no other way. Okay, so we're gonna pop a couple more of these down. I've made some more chiseled tuff. I think maybe... so these I kind of set out in a pattern, but maybe they do need to be a little more random? I don't know. I feel like I need to fill in closer to Curtis's grave. So we're gonna put one right there. Yeah, that seems right. Let's go right Ah. And I don't want to go too far back, so we're gonna put another one over here. Maybe this. Okay. Um, admittedly, guys, oh wow, my chest plate is gone. I'm gonna have to replace that. But admittedly, I've kind of lost track, of how many we've lost now. I think it's like 6. I'll go back and review the footage, but for now, I'm gonna drop 6 names in here. The thing is, I think 6 is a low estimate. So we're gonna start there and see how it goes. You know, it's not the end of the world if we make an extra grave, name an extra llama, right? Right? But for now, we're gonna go ahead and name the 2 that I lost. They should be next to each other, so I think we'll go with these 2. That I lost, the ones that I lost in the boat over there. What should we say? Like, Um, okay, think of a name. Felicia, a friend lost to time, I think. Do we need more capital letters? Oh no, oh no. Yeah. A friend lost to time, I think is what we're gonna do for those 2. So Felicia and Rodney. A friend lost to time. One of these days we'll be able to hold on to a llama and maybe some other animals. It's honestly miraculous we still have these goats. I don't know how you got out here. I do know. You climbed on the roof and then jumped down outside the fence. Which is rude. To be honest. Anyway. Let's, give me a short break. I'm gonna grab a new chest plate. Maybe do a little bit of enchanting. And then I want us to go over to Moonlight Valley. Just because I want to start getting a lay of the land and seeing exactly what we can do to make our new village possible. We're finally going to get started on that project, so see you in just a second. So, we're back in the Moonlight Valley, here to get another point of view from down here. That's what the big tower looks like. I've got plans for that, I think. But I just wanted to come down here, and since this is going to be like the main level that the town gets built on, just to get a look at just what's it called? The terrain. Just to get a look at the terrain and see what needs to go, what needs to stay, what can perhaps be reshaped. I don't want to change too much of how this is naturally laid out, but I can already tell, like, the steep slopes. It's gonna be cool to, you know, build a city that is built on the steep slopes, but obviously that cannot stay like that. That must have just generated with the structure, so yeah, we're gonna have to make something happen there. But I'm not too worried about that. I'm kind of thinking to make it almost make the mountain look like it's part of the structure itself, and I think I'm gonna turn that into like the library where I'm gonna put all of my villagers who are librarians, so I can have all of my magical books in one spot. Um, and I think that'll kind of play into like the lore of this place. Not sure quite yet what we should name it. Like, I mean, lagoon is in is in my mind, but blue lagoon, black lagoon, that's all already been done before. Moonlight lagoon? I kind of like it, but I feel like if I say it too much, it's gonna come out of my mouth as moonlight legume, and we're not here for beans. Anyway, I wanted you to come see. So they have incorporated parts of the nether into like the shore of this biome. Um, I did take off my boots because it was not right. I love how they incorporated like the tops of these just at the water level. It is on netherrack, and when you pick it up, it is just netherrack. I made that mistake. Uh, Hopefully maybe it will grow back. Probably not. But it's just a really cute incorporation of different textures down here, and I'm carrying this crimson stem around, and I already have a stripped one. And of course, I don't know what it is, but I keep missing my pockets. Something about, not this, but this color in the Moonlight Valley. All the purple, and like I could go with like the red of the mangrove trees would not be the worst thing, but I kind of like how this is a little more muted. It matches just a little bit better. Yeah, and it's already part of like the nether color palette, so they've got like, what is that, prismarine, or is that the other nether wood? I can't quite tell. But yeah, the Minecraft developers knew what they were doing when they were putting the nether colors together. So I'm thinking, yeah, we get some, like a layout, maybe a path going through here, figure out what structures we kind of want where, and then maybe we'll fix that for today. And yeah, I think that's gonna be the agenda. I think long term, so the base is back this way. Oh, and I'm gonna need to make a bed here. I've meant to look for some sheep. Um, so my boat is parked on the other side of this, but I'd like to get something maybe connecting, maybe a tunnel. That could be cool. Just like for boats. I don't know. Ah, okay. Frightened me a little bit. We're coming upon the best time to be in the Moonlight Valley. Let's go up here and take a look at the sunset together. Or not. Dude. It's so good. Wow, that was beautiful. Okay, we made a little hidey hole, put some stuff in it. I got a name tag. Okay. The morning has risen. We are going back over there. You know what? I want a little boat on this lagoon, and I brought one. I brought two, actually, just in case. I think the pale oak one will be delightful. So, let's start a pathway here. That way is my base. This way is Moonlight Valley. We're just gonna kinda hit some stuff. There should be a land path, sort of, what the heck, going through this place. Even if I do want to eventually make a tunnel going under here. Oh my goodness. Get up, okay. Oh, and now it is raining. But this feels like it's pretty on the level with where a lot of the buildings are going to end up. Yeah, just below the tower here. We'll have to build stairs or something to get up there. So I'm kind of just gonna follow this level as far as I can go. You know, until I run into things like this. Good to know that is there. Try not to completely upend any of the landscape before I need to. We'll have to, you know, make sure flowers and things get dispersed well. I kind of want to keep this path sort of close. I think maybe here it should diverge, so I want to keep a path going along the lagoon. And we'll also put one back here, she said questioningly. Just because the whole city can't just be on the lagoon, right? There's gonna end up being some things back here. And I haven't really explored much of this area at all. There's a little pig. I'm looking for sheep, so I can make a bed for over here. Anyway, my path. Should probably keep doing that just so I don't get lost. Still a kind of beautiful forest in the rain. I like it. And yeah, we took screenshots. I like this, I'll probably get rid of the street, but I like this boulder. That's nice. Okay, we're gonna go back to the lagoon. Since this is kind of where I want it to diverge, we will go down. This can be even more of like a lakefront. And if you hate the path block, I don't blame you. I don't like how it's not the same size, you know, as a grass block. Yellow isn't the worst contrast, but I do plan to change it in the future. Maybe this is where it naturally will just go down. Maybe there will be a dock right here. I feel like that makes sense. We do have to come back up. Like maybe stairs here. Something a little more structured. The whole thing isn't gonna just be a willy-nilly, you know, people live here. People built out paths to work with the flow of the land and the flow of their economy. Yes, villager economy. This feels like about where I would stop it for now. I can imagine that maybe people build up here and maybe it's just a little bit steeper. But wow, I wish it wasn't raining. I do like the vibes. I know I could turn off the rain. I could do whatever, but I don't know. You never know what's gonna happen in a day in real life, and I kind of like that vibe in Minecraft too. Oh, the sound of the rain is nice. Yeah, so we've got our path diverging in two ways. So the reason I wanted to go this way first, around this, is just so, since that other path veers off over there, have one come back up from this way to meet the path at the lagoon. Yeah, I like it cutting through here. You can kind of follow it. It goes down there. That doesn't quite make sense. Undo. Cool. Have a grass. Have a dirt. I kind of like it coming up by this wall. This might not be the main path, but it's going to be like the edge path over here. Oh, more water. Okay, we're gonna have to find out what's over here when this rain ends. We'll come back. But, oh, I have lost sight of her. There it is. Whoops. Okay, I like that path for now. Let's go back and put one up to the tower. Okay. Follow the path, follow the path. So our path is over there, so we could do a couple of things. We could make a path that goes this way, and I think maybe we will do both. That comes up this hill here and kind of circles up here, so you're kind of going flat that way. But I think we should also, because people would want multiple points, do a path that is mostly stairs going along this way. That maybe goes up this cliff here to meet that path. Yeah, and we are going to reshape a lot of this part, so... Well, maybe not this part. This part for sure. But, okay. I'm gonna go make a day. Alright, let's go see what my paths look like in actual daylight. Just to be clear, we're not judging the paths themselves because they suck. Just the roots. Ah yes, a fjork. A fjork in the road. It only goes to about here. Right, there's a whole nother lagoon over here. Kinda. I guess I don't know how far that goes. Ooh. I knew there was some snow back over there. Ah, oh, not again. Okay, let me fix this. We got a crossbow. Not that I needed it. Only one guy. Hello? Yeah, we're gonna leave the paths as they are because I'm not quite sure how far back I want to go and what I want to do with it. But I like it. I like where I'm at. So, I got a bunch of tuff on me, and in that chest over there, in my little hidey hole. What I want to do now is just lay out some foundations of some of the buildings. I think we'll probably get... We're gonna just start doing this side of the mountain, I guess. Uh, we'll start over here. We'll get to about here today. And I'll reshape this. And then you'll be watching the video after I'm done with that. The pleasure of time and being in the past. Here she is. Still kind of weird and flat and square, but it's just the beginning of trying to make this blend into the mountain itself. So that bottom part is made out of deep slate bricks. So my plan is to come back in and get some deep slate. Maybe we can go get some basalt from the nether and just blend that in as like a bigger base to the tower into the side of this mountain here. But for as much as we've done today, I feel pretty good. Let's just take a look. So we carved out this mountainside here. One day the paths will be complete. So here's kind of where this path goes, and I, slapped the ground so it would go around to the actual entrance. Here's just all the crap that I've collected from this endeavor. Including these things. But yeah, so taking this path backwards, you can see it goes over here, and I'll reshape some of this hillside too as we go. Here I started a little gatehouse. I don't know, it just felt right. So there will be 2 towers here, and then a big gate going over here. It's gonna obstruct this view, but this view honestly isn't that great. The view you want to have is over there to here and, down there onto the lake. So I'm not too worried about this being a pretty thing to look at. Towns have pragmatic aspects too, and this is just one of them. So I'm gonna fill this in while we're over here. Yeah, I put these dirt paths down just to kind of have the path. Anyway, go over here. Here will be a little outbuilding. So you can tell that, especially if you look over this way, look, an acacia biome. Look, the Moonlight Valley. Yeah, in some places pretty clear cut. Yeah. So it's not a perfect transition, and I want to make the amethyst bleed out into this biome, but considering that this is more of like the outskirts, I guess, of the Moonlight Lagoon town, I think I'm gonna put like some fields of wheat over here, maybe some other farming stuff. I don't know. This can kind of be where the farmers go. Yeah, this is a round tower that I'm gonna build up. It might function as like a watchtower / maybe like a silo. Thought it would be kind of cool to have something sticking up out of the side of this steep hill here. And back down here, I have this building that you can just go straight through if you want to. I think I'm gonna leave it without any doors. But this can be like a kind of chapel or something. Maybe I'll put a cleric in here. And I don't know, it'd be cute. Just, on your way into town, stop by the local shrine for the pilgrims. And then here's just another little building. This might be like an extra church building. This will be the chapel. Maybe this will be where the cleric's bed actually is. Fish are just so big. Salmon, what the heck? Yeah. So then we get back here and then, yeah, that will go into town. So I only got a few buildings outlined today, but I'm kind of getting more of a feel of what the lore and the layout of the town is and why. And I really enjoyed thinking about how the terrain is affecting that. So hopefully this will be our first town of many, and I'm so excited. It's in such a pretty biome. Like, you cannot get enough of this. It did also occur to me that part of why this biome is so beautiful is because all of the amethysts glow at night. And I really want to keep that aspect of it alive and untouched, so I think I might have to do something about mob spawning in it without using light. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna make that work. It might just be a lot of carpets, and which isn't ideal, but I don't know. Maybe just for like the main parts? Maybe we'll go on like slabs? I'm not sure. But that is the charm of the Moonlight Valley, and there's it would be pointless for us to be building this here if we weren't going to enhance that in some way. So I'm really glad to be playing in Terralith. Just beautiful. I don't know. Makes me want to get outside and touch grass. Anywho, that should be all for today, guys. Welcome to the beautiful town of who knows what it is exactly going to be named yet. I can't make a decision. But man, is it good to be standing in this beautiful forest. So today, what did we get done? Some graves. Llamas. Dead, I know. It sucks, but we'll get more. Don't worry. We will begin our llama army once more. I know I mentioned I was gonna go get a chest plate, but I went looking for diamonds and couldn't find any, so that's gonna be on our agenda again, especially since I also broke my leggings, and Frostwalker was not the thing to put on my boots, and I regret it deeply. So we've got to replace quite a few things, but we're pretty good on tools and all of that. I did pick up a name tag. Next time I'll be naming my little armadillo friend, I think. Yeah, what else is on our docket, guys? We're gonna come back. We're going to build more of these buildings, get the mage tower blended into the hillside. I think those are the most important things. There's some other things I want to get doing in the near future, like I want to start mapping this in the surrounding area, including the base, do a little bit more exploration, see what else Terralith and Dungeons and Taverns has to offer. In addition to that, we gotta get doing more things in the nether. I've never gone for like netherite stuff, so we might do a little bit of that. Beyond that, the world is our oyster, so let me know in the comments if there's something you'd like me to see or do in Adventure Capitalism, because I want you to feel like you can invest your time here. So, if the pun hasn't sunk in already, this is the first Minecraft Let's Play on this channel, so let's build it together. Anyway, may Fortune 3 be ever in your favor as the sun slowly sets here. And peace out. Have a good one. Bye. A name tag? Finally.